I think I'm probably gonna pull the plug on this now. Boy, I did this video and you should watch it. What I did is I went out and I tested my preps for the winter that I have in my car that are supposedly keep me warm. And so I spent the night in there and I tried them, and I came up with things that went very well and other things that didn't go so well. I'll put a link down in the description if you haven't seen it, and maybe put one up here. Or here, I can never remember which side. So first we'll go over what went well. And the first thing that went very well were the hand warmers. I love the hand warmers. I can tell you this, get as many as you possibly can because I used a lot of them. I had 2 in my pockets, so I kept my hands in my pockets in my jacket. And then I had about 5, by the end of the night I had 5 of them that I opened up and I laid, because my feet were on the floor of the car because it's not like a bed, so my feet were pressed against the floor. So what I did is I made a line of them and I put my feet on those to keep my feet warm. I could have put them in my socks. She mentioned that when we were talking about it before. But then sometimes it kind of gets a little too warm. So I just set my feet on them. And the second part of that really helped, that worked very well, were the warm socks. You have to have the warm socks. One thing I noticed, what happened was there was kind of a cool, it was warmer up, of course heat rises, but there's also like this draft that I could feel from under the car, which I believe was probably like maybe the vents or something. So it was substantially cooler down there. And if I didn't have those warm winter socks, it would have been miserable, even with the hand warmers, because it was quite a bit colder, and especially if it gets colder than, you know, the situation I was in.
On a normal day, I wear normal socks, and if it's cold like it is now, my feet are freezing.
Yeah, exactly.
So you need the good socks.
And that's one thing, when you're in a car, that's one thing I noticed too, you're just sitting there.
Yeah.
It's different than if you're walking around or if you're outside. Like if you're stranded outside, you might have a little better because you're walking and you're burning, you know, you're raising your body temperature.
Yeah.
When you're in a car, you're just sitting there. And that car is like a cold sink. It's just sucking in the cold. So the next thing that went very well was the oatmeals, which I like. You know, I'm a Mountain House guy, but when it comes to this, I like the oatmeals because they're like an MRE, and you don't have to use any kind of stove to heat them. What you do is you put water in them, and then there's a little heater thing in there that has a chemical reaction to the water, and it heats up, and it's very cool because it steams out the top. You know, which my favorite.
So you know it's cooking.
Yeah, you know it's cooking, and if you have kids, it's kind of fun. And what I chose, you know, I had a good beef stew, and if you saw the video, you know, think about the oatmeal. The next thing that went very well is the stocking cap. I didn't even mention it in the video, but I was wearing it the whole time.
His beanie.
My beanie. I had a beanie on and a headlamp, and both of those worked very well together. My head never got cold or anything like that. The other thing that was actually surprising that worked pretty well were the lighter gloves. I had these light gloves, and I kind of liked them because I could kind of move around and do stuff, you know, not the big ski gloves. I mean, it would be good if you had the warm ski gloves. However, they worked fine. My hands never got cold, basically because I was always holding on to the hand warmers.
Yeah, that helps.
Yep, that helps. So now what I messed up on, what went bad? I mean, it started off right at the beginning. You couldn't believe it. I felt like, what a fool. The very first, I wasn't even 2 minutes in, and I already had a problem with my preps. And she helped me, remember?
Yes, I did.
It was, I have blankets, which we'll go more into my blankets later, but I had these blankets that I thought, what I'll do is I will put them in the windows, and then that'll hold them and they'll keep, you know, add insulation. So what happened when I put the...
Because we got a newer car, I mean, like all the newer cars these days, we put the blanket in the window, he raised it up, and what happened? Because they're electric windows, it knew something was in the window, so it would not close. It went right back down.
Yeah, it went right back down.
So it's like, what the heck? This is going to be a problem.
I know it's a big problem. You put them in there because it thinks there might be a finger.
It's not like the roll-up windows, so they'll roll up and stay.
Yep. Got to sell the car now.
Yeah, electric windows. So how do we resolve that?
What we did is then we made a mistake number 2. We still got the blankets. So then we went to, I said, well, let's close them in the door. So we closed the blankets in the door. And these blankets I used weren't very thick. And I closed them. Well, they wouldn't close.
They wouldn't close, yeah.
The door wouldn't close.
Yeah.
So at that moment, I made a managerial decision and decided to go in and get some towels. So this worked fine. What we did is we took the towels and we actually tried the towels in the windows also, and that still didn't work.
Still didn't work.
So we put the towels in the door and closed the door, and it worked just fine. Yep. The next thing that went wrong, and this is, I've used these in the past, and I know, I was thinking, in the car I'm thinking, what is wrong? I've used these and they worked. And then I remembered when I used them and why they worked. That's an emergency blanket. Way overhyped, I think, way overhyped. If I would have had only the emergency blanket, it would have been an emergency. I mean, that did nothing to keep me warm. I mean, I tried. The only way if I had it really super tight against me and didn't move, it kind of worked, but it wasn't noticeable. What I had used them in the past, and they actually did work, was when there's a little breeze, because it stops the wind really well. And that worked. But as far as having that as a save-all.
And only that.
And only that.
No.
I mean, you can still keep it in there, especially if you have to go outside and have,
you need something to lay on?
Yeah, or something to lay on, or, to stop a breeze.
Yeah.
But as far as just sitting there, because when I first started, I did just have that. And then I grabbed a towel, a blanket, and put on top of that, because I was feeling already that was not working, So, yeah, those I don't know what the deal is with those emergency blankets. I don't marketing or what, but
didn't keep them warm.
Nope, didn't keep me warm.
And you had a jacket too.
Yeah, I had my jacket. It wasn't a super heavy jacket, but it was a winter jacket, the one I normally wear to work and stuff. And that's why I didn't want to go in there all bundled up, like the little daughter from Simpsons.
You just dressed as if you were going to work.
Yep. Yeah, so that really, so the big changes that we're making then, we kind of went over them, but you got to bring the towels, and then you got to have the towels, you got to have good blankets. And okay, we'll get to the blankets now. The blankets that I have are these little thin, I don't know what kind of material they are. They're kind of a flannel. They're nice to have in the car because they don't take up much room. However, they don't work as far as keeping you warm. So we need to get some heavy duty. We don't have them right now. We're going to go get some heavy duty blankets and have those to keep warm. The other thing,
at least a comforter.
Yeah, at least
nice comforter.
Yeah.
That you're not using. Everybody has more than one comforter, because I know I do. To keep one in your car.
Yeah.
And use that.
That'd be good.
And those usually big enough for 2 people.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the other thing is we also got this. We bought this heated blanket. Is it warm?
Oh yes, it's warm.
This thing is actually kind of cool. Yeah.
It's a heated blanket. It's on by this. Just tell you it is on.
Yeah.
And in the pocket, I'll just show you what it has. Let me get to my pocket. Oh, here we go. It comes with this. It comes with its own power bank.
Yeah.
That you connect, which the cord comes all the way up here, and it's on. I feel the heat really a lot on my back. And then when you're done, you just turn this off, and this is hours of heat to keep you warm.
Yeah.
This is the coolest thing. So we're each going to get one of these. Well, we got this one, but we're going to get another one.
Yeah, we're going to test it
They
out.
zip out.
It's a little shorter than we were hoping.
Yeah, it's short. It's a short blanket, but it covers your front.
It covers your core.
All the way, it covers your core all the way down. You can wrap. You can tuck your arms in. I think this is so cool. I think I'm going to wear it tonight.
Yeah. And if you're interested in one, we'll put a link in the description for this.
Yeah, this will work. Yeah. And then just get a blanket for your legs. I also recommend maybe getting a blanket if you have leather seats for one to sit on, because your leather seats will get really cold.
Yeah.
So just get a blanket to lay underneath you.
Yep.
If you have leather seats.
Another thing I'm thinking about doing too is if I go on a long trip, I'm going to throw in a sleeping bag. Couple sleeping bags, because that'll be the ultimate.
Yeah.
I probably won't, because they're bulky. And one thing about sleeping bags is, I'm a backpacker. If you have a down sleeping bag, you don't want to put it in a compression sack, because it'll compress this down and it won't work for you. They come in these gigantic bags that are about like this big, and you want to put it in that so it's loose. If it's a nylon bag, you're fine. But we're definitely going to do that if we ever go on a trip. I probably won't carry it, for short trips, but for long ones, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
sleeping bags,
Yep.
and this blanket.
Yeah, and you know, this whole thing, this tells you exactly why you want to test your preps. You know, I mean, we learned. I mean, I did. It was kind of an eye opener for me. You know, but you know, real life tells you the truth. And well, speaking of the truth, I think Belinda has trivia for the day.
Trivia for the day. Hypothermia doesn't just happen in freezing temperatures. In cold cars, sitting still allows your body heat to drop fast, even above 32 degrees. So you're still going to get cold. Shivering and convulsions are early warning signs. That's why insulation and real warmth matters. And that is your trivia for the day.
That's awesome. Yep, you gotta be careful. I mean, I was surprised. You'll see that when you watch the video, and we're gonna put a link. It'll be right here. You can watch it. It was a good experience, and it's just
we learned a lot.
We learned a lot, and I think you guys will learn a lot. And it also, like I said before, this tells you and shows you that we all need to practice our preps.
Yeah.
We can't just go on and throw things in assuming because people say it's going to work. We have to actually try it out for ourselves.
Yeah, and do what works for you.
And do what works for you.
Yeah, so that's what we try to do. We try and test a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yep.
Just because we want to make sure if something happens, we are actually prepared.
Yep.
So, cold weather, this works great. This is great sleeping.
Yep, if I would have had a whole trunk full of emergency blankets, I wouldn't have done very well. So just because you hear from the gurus and everything doesn't mean it's going to work. So test your preps.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Wayne.
I'm Belinda.
And we're Normal Prepping.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.